Good morning, world!
Ohio Sekai, good morning world.
And welcome to the Eureka Show, where we talk about science, and you guessed it, more science. I'm your host, Gio, and this is my partner, Sean. And today we're joined by Mr. Show. Morning. And Mr. Koi. Good morning. Two great inventors with their latest in sea-tastic technology. But before that, here's Shan with our daily trivia.
Thank you, Gio. Did you know that the deepest point in the planet is found in the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean called Challenger's Deep, which is about 11 kilometers deep below the surface? The pressure is so strong that if you place a person in here, he or she will get crushed immediately.
Well, I guess that's where I'm putting my mother-in-law. Wow, that was such a deep fact, Shan. Now, before we get on to talking about the prototype, what about yourselves? Can you talk to us more about yourselves?
Sure. So, I'm Sho Abdul Majid. I'm a marine biologist and an ecologist. And I also
Wow,
came from
ecology.
fisheries here in the Philippines. So, that's all that I can tell.
And I'm Jason Coy. I graduated from MAPA, Philippines, and currently I'm an engineer. And last 5 years ago, I met with Mr. Show, and that's when we started to do this project.
So, you've been working on this for 5 years already.
Yes.
So far, how well has the invention gone?
Well, it's been good lately, though.
So, does that mean you're ready for launch?
Well, not really, but we still need to do a little bit more improvements.
And some testing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, this invention of yours, what is it exactly?
It's basically a submarine that cleans the ocean.
A submarine that cleans the ocean? How exactly does it do that?
Imagine a vacuum cleaner that can swim.
What the heck? So you said submarine. How big is it? Is it like those World War II ones?
Approximately as big as a small car.
Oh, so it's not really that big. Is
Yes.
there a person piloting it or is it remote controlled?
It's remote controlled.
Oh, from the beach. Or do you have a station?
We have actually a station which we access the machine.
You said vacuum cleaner. Care to shed some more light on this?
Yes, it has a 3 by 3 feet vacuum-like mouth that sucks in everything in front of the submarine in a 5 feet long and 3 feet wide cone.
You weren't kidding when you said it was like a vacuum cleaner. But what happens to the water? Where does it go?
Well, any water sucked into the mouth is immediately redirected and shot out through the back of the submarine for added propulsion.
So the water's pushing the submarine forward.
Yes.
Oh, kind of like it's kind of like how fish gills work. This thing is less. This thing is starting to sound like less of a vacuum cleaner and more like a fish, basking shark or something like that. Anyway, about the trash, we talked about the water. How about the trash? Where does it go?
Anything that is water is taken from the vacuum's mouth to the submarine's garbage compartment, which is about 6 by 6 by 3 feet in volume.
Hey Jan, I could fit you in there.
Oh, no, you can't.
Why?
It only has a carrying capacity of 35 kilograms.
Oh, damn it, Chan, you're too heavy. Wait, what happens if it comes close to or exceeds the carrying capacity?
It
Obviously, it sinks.
when it reaches no, actually it does not. When it reaches the carrying capacity, it automatically stops the vacuum and closes its mouth. And that's when the operator in the remote will control the machine to bring it back to the shore.
So, what happens when you
A
bring
fish!
it to the what
The fish!
fish?
Since it can actually suck in everything on site, what about the fish?
Oh yeah, good question. How do
Oh.
you counter that?
Yes, thank you for that question. Our machine has a sonar and a camera, and when something is detected or something is nearby
Oh,
the
when
machine,
the sonar detects it or something like that.
yes,
Okay.
and the operator can then activate the self-defense system of the machine, and it sends electric pulses through the water and makes the fish
Wait, it stuns the fish?
No, it's not enough to stun them. It's enough to repel them.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Because,
Okay.
because fishes are actually sensitive to electricity and they don't want anything with that.
Oh, okay. That's so it guarantees that fish won't get near it.
Yes.
Yes.
Great, great. Because we do not want the vacuum to be cleaning the oceans and cleaning it of life as well. So
Yeah.
back to what I was originally asking. What happens to trash when you bring it to shore?
Well, we are actually working in tandem with a company that actually wants the trash that we collected. They actually turn it into more useful products after some recycling processes.
Oh, so like plastic, recycled plastic furniture? Like
Well,
that?
yes, we can actually turn plastic bottles collected from the ocean into furniture.
That's a great invention you've got there. Now, we don't have much time left on our podcast, so I'm gonna have to leave you with one last question. The answer may be obvious to this, but we have to ask this to all the inventors. What problems does your invention help solve?
Global warming and human pollution are great contributors to the destruction of our marine resources. I mean, just look at Verde Pass in the northern Philippines, where it used to be full of life and biodiversity, but now it's slowly dying.
Global warming is too big of a problem for two guys to solve, but we can help reduce human pollution and waste, and this is what our invention is for.
Wow. So thank you, Mr. Show, Mr. Koi, for being guests in our program. I really hope that your invention goes well and that one day it's ready for launch.
The pleasure is ours. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for today's Eureka Show. Tune in next time where we talk more about science, and even more science.